The person destroying your future might be sitting next to you. Not your enemy, not a stranger, maybe your closest friend. We imagine ruin as a sudden cliff edge, one terrible decision that derails a life overnight. Human behavior rarely works like that. Identity erodes gradually, invisibly, until you wake up and don't recognize the person in the mirror. It starts with minor adaptations. You sleep in later. You adopt their cynical tone. You borrow their darker humor. It feels harmless, like you are simply bonding. Then the habit environment shifts. Missing a daily prayer becomes an unspoken option. A casual conversation turns into backbiting, and nobody stops it. Before long, actions you once recognized as haram happen right in front of you, and you realize you no longer feel guilty about them. Your internal baseline has moved. What feels normal, acceptable, and safe is completely recalibrated to match their standards, rather than your own. A toxic friendship doesn't attack your life head-on. It hacks your social environment, dismantling your defenses from the inside until you do the work of destroying yourself. Surah Al-Furqan gives us a terrifying glimpse into where this exact process ends up. Verse 27 describes a scene on the Day of Judgment where a person is violently biting their own hands in a state of absolute, helpless panic. They aren't crying out about a cruel dictator or a sworn enemy. Verse 28 reveals the exact source of their agony. "Oh, woe to me! I wish I had not taken that one as a friend." The classical scholar Ibn Kathir explains this exact verse. This crushing regret hits when the person realizes their companion actively diverted them from the truth. The friend was the architect of their misguidance. Verse 29 lays bare the final outcome. It states that this friend led them away from the remembrance of Allah. Satan uses these everyday social ties as tools to pull you off the path, only to entirely desert you when the consequences arrive. The casual social choices we tolerate today carry terrifying, permanent spiritual weight tomorrow. The Prophet Muhammad warned that a person follows the religion of their close friend. Modern science confirms this is a literal biological reality. This schematic shows your brain running on a network called the mirror neuron system. You are neurologically hardwired to copy the people sitting next to you. When your friend crosses their arms, you cross your arms. When they furrow their brow, your facial muscles contract in the exact same pattern. You don't choose to do this. It is an automatic biological reflex. This physical mimicry triggers what researchers call emotional contagion. Because your face and body are adopting their posture, your brain actually starts experiencing a shadow of whatever they are feeling. Empathy becomes a vulnerability. By constantly sharing their emotional state, you slowly download their moral compass. Psychologists map this through a concept called subjective norms, which is how the people around you dictate the amount of psychological friction it takes to perform an action. If a close companion normalizes a sin, your brain's internal alarm system shuts off. The illusion of consensus makes the haram feel completely safe. This is the trap. You think you are making independent choices based on your own free will. In reality, you are just running the behavioral script you downloaded from your friend. Spiritual degradation is rarely a failure of your individual willpower. It is a predictable biological response to staying in a toxic environment. Finding a healthy friendship does not mean finding a flawless, sinless companion. That person does not exist. The actual metric is their directional pull. You have to look at whether their presence makes praying and remembering Allah easier, or if they make crossing boundaries feel tempting. You have to ruthlessly and intentionally curate your social environment. You must select people who actively pull you upward. Because some friendships are not love, they are slow poison. To explore more of the science behind living a better life, hit the subscribe button to join us here at HALAL-SCI. You cannot stop your brain from absorbing its surroundings, but by choosing who you sit next to, you take ultimate control of your spiritual destiny.